Thank you so much for staying with us. For more on our top stories and others, please visit our website. It's channelstv.com and on youtube.com/channelsweb. Log on to m.channelstv.com to watch us on your mobile device or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows devices from their respective stores. The Channels TV and Channels 24 app will give you access to news and updates. You also have the Eyewitness feature with which you can share those pictures, videos or news of happenings around you. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu and follow the instructions. Residents of Esako East Local Government Area of Edo State are calling for the intervention of the federal government and state government as well over the flood that has been ravaging their communities, which has claimed 2 lives so far. Several properties and farm produce have been destroyed by the flood in at least 5 communities in this local government area, and members of these communities are appealing for shelter and relief materials.
This indeed is not the best of times for residents of Udaba, Anebwete, as well as other communities along the bank of the river Niger in Esako East Local Government Area of Edo State. The reason for their misery is the seasonal flooding which has turned their communities into one mass body of water, forcing them to use canoes as a temporary means of transportation. With their farmlands practically submerged in water, these residents have no choice but to hurriedly harvest the crops. Some of them pour out their hearts concerning the unusual situation in which they find themselves, especially now that their children have to sit under the tree for their classes.
50 days now when I dey outside, where water drive me come off from my house. I packed to Uge. For how many days now? We have to make fire ourselves. That was difficult for me.
We use canoe to go out. Nothing we can do except if the government will come to our aid.
The incident has brought to the fore the need for temporary shelter for the residents of the community, as the internally displaced persons camp that would have served that purpose is not completed yet. Providing some insight into the incident, the lawmaker representing Esako East Local Government Area in the Edo State House of Assembly says 2 persons lost their lives, adding that government needs to intervene urgently.
Somebody fell in Ifeku. The woman fell because they were hanging on water on top of trees. So I think she needed to turn and fell inside the water and she died. As it is here, so it is in Ofukpo, so it is in Agbabu, so it is in Somegbe, so it is in Udochi, so it is in part of Anebwete that we went to just now, Nukwekoli. They are all gone.
On his part, the Edo State Commissioner for Works promised that government is taking steps to address the issue.
The news is that we've already sent an experienced consultant to that place. They have taken their data and they are doing their design. The plan is to deseat, a kind of dredge that river. The materials we get from that river is what we're going to use for the road construction. So we achieve 2 things: deseat and dredge that river, then do the road construction.
For these people, the hope is that these assurances will translate to something tangible as they want their lives back on track as soon as possible.
The Minister of Health, Professor Isaac Adewale, has confirmed 3 cases of the monkeypox virus from the 13 suspected cases reported from Bayelsa State in September. The confirmation is the final report from the analysis of the samples which were taken to the WHO laboratory in Dakar, Senegal. The minister also confirmed that 4 results from the 43 suspected cases reported from other states, including Lagos, Akwa Ibom, and Ekiti, are negative. Professor Adewale announced the results of the test carried out on the suspected monkeypox cases during a briefing in Abuja today. He expressed confidence that most of the samples that are currently undergoing analysis will also be negative. From health to legal matters now, the Federal High Court sitting in Lagos has ruled that the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has established a prima facie case against Mr. Patrick Akpobolokemi, a former Director General of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA. The presiding justice, Ibrahim Buba, held that the former DG and 5 others standing trial with him have a case to answer. The court overruled their no-case submission and ordered them to open their defense on October the 30th. The EFCC had on December the 4th, 2015, arraigned Mr. Akpobolokemi alongside 5 others for allegedly diverting 2.6 billion naira from the coffers of the NIMASA between December 2013 and May 2015. The commission claimed that the funds were approved by the former president, Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, for the implementation of a security project. 4 years after its initial conception, a federal road is being constructed in Sabgama-Ekeremo Senatorial District of Bayelsa State, South Nigeria. During an inspection tour of the area, Governor Seraki Dixon said the construction of the road has become necessary because it will ease transport between several communities.
This road is very, very beneficial, not just to this local government or to this senatorial district. This road is very important to this state. This road is very important to the John Nation, to the Niger Delta, and therefore to Nigeria. Because all the communities on the other side, across the other side of the river, is Delta State, as you all know. So this road connects so many communities and peoples, cutting across local governments, cutting across state boundaries. So it's one of the most important roads. And I'm delighted that by December, they would have concluded the stabilization up to Alebri. We have awarded the construction of the bridges between Alebri and Ekeremo, and I have received assurances also that before the end of next year, they would have stabilized and the bridges would have all been finished. So people will be in a position to drive from Yenagoa, wherever, to get to Ekeremo.
Governor of Bayelsa State, Seraki Dixon. And we head north now. In order to checkmate activities of insurgency and negative indoctrination of the youths in the northeast region of Nigeria, the Nigerian Army is establishing a command science secondary school in some strategic spots in the region. This was mentioned by the Brigade Education Officer of 23 Brigade in Yola, Major Nuhu Abdusalam, during the opening and registration of new students into the command school in Numan, Adamawa State.
The military education officer alongside officials of the Adamawa state government are here to monitor the registration of newly admitted students as they embark on a tour of the school facilities. Some of the structures have been built through community efforts.
Yes. The children and words of the military that will be, of the soldiers that will be in these battalions will need a quality education. So the COAS has always been interested in quality and affordable education for the children of the military and beyond.
The Commissioner for Education, Mr. Julius Kadala, who is representing the Adamawa State Governor, assures the military of the state government assistance in the school development initiative.
The government will make sure come to the aid of the community to make sure that what we have seen on the ground, we have seen the dilapidation of the school, and thank God we are preparing our 2018 budget. We have to capture what we have seen here so that government will come in force and complement the effort of the military and the community.
And to whom much is given, a show of gratitude could be the least to give back, as one of the parents expresses joy over the establishment of the science school in their community.
It's a beginning. By God's grace, the soldiers will come, the army will come to Numan and stay.
About 150 students have been registered into the new military school, which will be run by the Nigerian Army in collaboration with the Adamawa State Ministry of Education.
For all those beaten and bruised in their various corners in Lagos State, there's a helpline, and I'll be telling you what it is in a moment. Stay with us.